Oh, I know very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now. Save you from your wild curiosity.
What it do, y'all? Save your souls. Back at you with another one.
It's too late for mercy.
Well, look at this.
We've got this one. Keep them guessing.
This is one of the other players that I decided to help get better at the game because, you know, as much as I hate marksmen, I was like, you know what? Thank God, man. You're trying to play at least a little bit legit. You got Revify equipped. You're not trying to play Vanga. You're actually trying to learn how to fight. Yeah, I give you that. You know, you're actually trying to be a warrior. You're not trying to be a binder, no, you know, because binder really means no skill. You know, don't be like them. Be your own individual. Don't be one of these jump off the bridge because someone else told me to individual. But this is so not about them. This is a video here that I will be talking about a lot of the community as a whole and their issue with me being a content creator. These individuals I have named numerous times inside my videos. I'm tired of sounding like a broken record and constantly regurgitating their names over and over again. Anybody that has been actively following me knows what I mean when I say this. There are people here that are butthurt because their shit didn't get off the ground and I'm still at it. So, whatever the reason may be, I got well more than 11 subs. I remember the time I used to have 11 subs. There has been, just like me and one of my other friends we talked about, there's been a lot of people in this community that has been extremely butthurt over the last couple matches. He was like, this person likes to sit here and like just wait for, like, he will sit there and wait, right? Like, people do that and then they get close to the court, right? This is a strategy that they use, right, to try and win games easier, especially if they got somebody on their team that they consider to not be as proficient at the game. And this is not a shot at any player. Just like there was a particular match with me, I chose Snow, etc. You know, there's a particular match. I'm not even going to link it into the video. I shouldn't have to, but you know what, I probably will later. I'll probably link that particular match just to show you visually that players do this. They have very underhanded tactics, but this is not really even about that. This is about addressing the fact that people are upset at me with my content, saying that I don't post matches where I lose. There are indeed matches that I have where I lose. You don't see them as frequent because I don't post matches of me in streams, and there's a reason why I don't stream. I don't stream because I don't want to. When I used to stream, is more or less to put entire playthroughs of story-based, narrative-driven games up, like Life is Strange, Final Fantasy, etc. That's crazy. Even though it's a story-based game, most of them think it's musical bed partners game, and you know, that's mainly because of Final Fantasy VII Remake, because that's the only reason people play it. The only people who think that game is any kind of good are only the Final Fantasy fans. Everyone else has given that game. There's a reason that is the only new game that is free for PlayStation Network. That game was free at a point in time, and it was brand new. And people don't really like what I say because I'm very true and real. So I'm gonna say it like this, right? I fall under the guidelines of YouTube that allows me to say what I want, do what I want, post what I want, as long as I'm not saying or passing information about anyone's real life name. I can speak about your handle that you are idiot enough to put on the internet about yourself. You know, a lot of people like to express themselves, but that was them being stupid enough to put this stuff about themselves onto the internet with people that they've never seen their face to. Just like individuals tried to get information from me to dox me, etc. Put my private information out there just to, you know, have individuals know addresses, things like that. Some people are okay with that, some people aren't, because, you know, they can harass you. You know, you can have high levels of harassment sent your way. That's the easiest way to get kicked off the internet as a whole. You won't be able to make fake accounts or anything anymore. Especially if you pass especially if you pass known information about somebody. You know. So, let me give you an example, right? If I say something about somebody being homosexual, or if I make a joke, which all of it, that's what it is a joke. If I say these things, right? I don't know you in real life. To be honest with you, I'm not trying to know you in real life. That's just me. I have the right to be me. Just like you have the right to express yourself. You know. Telling me what I am and am not going to do is something that will not be a thing with me. If you don't want me to put you on the internet, don't face me. It's as simple as that.
We hope in the face of despair. That makes us strong.
I will not do these things because you just tell me not to.
I won't let anything stand in my way.
I don't care about how someone feels about it, etc. There are no laws anywhere that state that I cannot do this. I'm not fat shaming you. I'm not sexuality shaming you because I didn't mention your real name. Or any of your loved one's real name, etc. I am not deviant on that level. Most people are in this community though. And they tried that with me like I'm ignorant to the game, as they say. This would have to be coming from a person that believes they understand a lot about me. But they don't understand what time is, right? Over time, people begin to... It would be foolish for you to think that people do not evolve. People do not have the ability to learn, etc. You know, but that's an error on your move, on your maneuver. It's so weird. Watch this sequence here. I have to say this, right? He keeps attacking even though fire is there. Like, he can just melee through it like he's a Vanguard. Some Vanguard startup doesn't even happen, you know? This is because the general thought process of when you face lightning is just attack her because you're used to playing bad lightnings, right? You're used to playing people who aren't good at all with this character. So you think you have the knowledge to beat somebody. when you don't have the knowledge to know that your melee does not get over fire. Watch this one. Bainga from downtown. So I'm like, okay, I throw that out to cancel out the other one. It's very obvious I don't use Bainga. It's very apparent that I don't use this item. Because I wouldn't be using it like that. I only chose this item because I started to notice that every character you pick has the exact same variant. Bainga, Enfeeble. Bainga, Mighty Strike. They got something to do with this item, which we had a conversation about it, and I was like, you can continue to pick it. It's just that you will never get my respect as a player when you continue to play like this and you said you wanted to get better. This is just an immediate way for you to think that you are better than you are, because you don't like losing. And to beat an assassin that rushes you down is said to play Bainga, because it gets over the character's rushing. Not really, especially if you're not good with the item.
Couldn't have gone better.
Like, you need to use it when I attack you. When you predict an attack is coming your way, when instead of dodging, you just press the item you poise through. That's the aspect they needed to change about it, but they never changed it because, for one, the game's life cycle never lasted long enough for them to change this thing about this incredibly cheating item. If you notice that all of his gameplay is running away from me. It's never... The only time he attacks, right, is when I get close to him and I decide not to attack. Like, he tried to attack then. I tried to jump over and hoping he would dodge. That's not a thing with him. But I was hard-headed and I should have just kept meleeing anyway. There it is. See how easy it is? This is why he's not being aggressive, because he's scared of that scenario. That's not going to work. That HP does take slightly timed dodge to deal with. It's not that hard to just dodge it. You've been playing this game for quite some time too, because you got this particular limited edition outfit of Zenos. So what have you been learning this whole time? And you've had the game this long. What have you been learning this whole time? If you've been learning as a whole to begin with, which is very clear not the thing. You tell me that, well, lightning's neutral and the air is strong, so I don't know how to deal with it. That's just a cop-out. That's not, it's not, that strategy I'm using is nowhere near as busted as using an item that holds you still for HP. Nowhere near as broken. That item, Bainga, is hands down the most busted and broken item in all of this.
That makes us strong.
That's why it's embarrassing when you lose with it.
That's how it's done.
How dare you lose with this item? But I'm wrong for pointing this out. How dare I say that? We're sensitive. Be gentle.
You have my thanks. Couldn't have gone.
The guidelines does not say I have to be gentle with you. You're no loved one to me. I don't have to be. But this has been the Savior of Your Souls, y'all. I'll catch y'all again.
The messenger is standing at the gate, ready to let go, ready for the crush of the messenger. Too late for whispers, too late for the blush. The past is mercy when the future's glow. hunting's grin for the innocent